Hello, collective. This is Divinely Guided. Chosen Star Seed, spiritually 777. How y'all doing? Okay, now these cards yesterday, after I had placed the Pisces moon, the information that I had put out on content on the video, and I noticed that I didn't do Pluto. That's the Oracle Pluto. Sometimes you have so much to give out, but sometimes you can kind of put in another part or whatever. But this is still Pisces though, still with that moon. And being that, depending on where in your natal chart and where Pisces is in place. And my understanding, I always do both. I go from north, which would be North Node and the South Node, and same thing as North Pole and South Pole. So either one, it can be is a place surround of. It's so many, land. I just giving out the information, so you can use that for yourself. And I'm in the South, but my understanding in the South is like it is. You would know. South is different from the North. Everywhere you go, every city is a difference. If you pay the attention, it's just energy. Source is energy. You are energy. So, the information I'm giving out today. Now, I don't know. I call it cosmic slop. And if you ever seen the video, and I believe that was Grandmaster, I believe, yeah, and that's the funk. And if the video, if you ever seen it, it's a lot of information. Now, years ago, I've used it was like a long time ago, and then I went back to look at it. But it's cosmic. Cosmic is the constellation, and that's stars. And at the time when I was young, my family, that's the type of music was the genre that was the funk. And so a lot of that information, and I just remember, I just sometimes, I believe it's George Clinton, but sometimes you have to give thanks for stuff because, that was a long time ago, but I feel like that was something that should have been more as for it to be shown. It was pre-done, everything is pre, and now we're in a type of universe, and now we're going from different things of new. So it's like the new language, everything is changing. Okay, and sometimes new has caused problems with challenges and chaos too, you know. And some people just want you in that state position too. And just imagine so many people have changed. I can say, I'm gonna do a rant. I've changed. I went from one to next. My experience has changed. I've seen the ugliness of the change that I made a change, but others too much didn't like that. A lot to do when you are change stuff, and then your family, friends, and community, and whoever. Either you change, you put you in a position as Jesus. And to me, sometimes I'm not the only one, but it's a lot of people. When you change, some people want you in that same predicament. Sometimes you grow, and others want you to stay in that same position. And they want to either, we're in a victimized type of a new world, and I'm paying attention of it, trying to understand why so much. And that's like, I've been through a lot, and I noticed I've always overcome, from my from different things that I went through, my trials and things that didn't work. But I noticed, as I have to understand, look at myself too before I judge others like I used to. I used to judge a lot, and in that particular, I didn't like that. I didn't like the judgment from different source. A lot of it, and this may hurt somebody's feeling, but I came from the church, and I too much, like I said, I read and I've been around certain people. But certain things, you get older and you change. And you see the judgment all over. And I say, my mother always say, you need to worry about what you're doing. Stop worrying about other people. Worry about yourself. And I always kept that, even in the church too. But I haven't been in church for years, over 13 years. Only time I went to church is to a funeral, and it's really like hard when you lose a lot of we've lost a lot of people in this world, so it's kind of hard, sometimes. But we're in a time that we have been pushed and pressured like no other. So I just wanted to just give out some little rant about different things. It's just sometimes you change and you kind of you grow. And other people will do some ugliness right now. Right now, we got a lot of leaders in here. And as I'm reading as these cards, Pluto and different things, Pisces is the secrets. Pisces come from the church, and it comes from the prophets. And the prophets, and prophet means profit. It also give you nothing with money, but secrets too. Prophet is also as an individual that make money. Okay, that makes sense. That's Pisces. Then across Pisces, there you're gonna have what comes from there. So when you're dealing with Pisces and Virgo is always gonna be a social thing. Get my information because I can go, but it's social work is what I'm saying. But it also is, Virgo is the health. But with the health, it's still about you. It's the body, you, and who's around. And with that, it still has social. It has to do with work. But you can't do anything in work settings or without help. You need both. But in that type of, it's just different things that I noticed that those two things goes in here. There's a lot of secrets in there because it's health. Health has a lot of things is finna be out. Excuse me. I say fin. And fin means as far as a fisherman fin. So with Pisces, that's the secrets. So fin is, I'm going to say it like that. And, that's a tail. So it's a lot of things. At the top is a fin, on the top of the back, means sense that is going to be exposed. A lot of exposure is coming. I think 2024, I guess that's comedian. That's on top of there. Now I better watch what I say though. But they said a lot of things was gonna happen in 2023 at the end, and came in 2024. Still more coming. We just bigger thing came about. Another musician, I call it artist, celebrity, and I kind of like, I shake my head. It's not. If you look at it as how it's like a person that go into that. You got all this information, big things, and it's just sometimes I look at it like, gosh, what was they? If they were doing anything of that, maybe they wouldn't have never done something else though. But what would they do if they weren't able to be in some of these artists and that's out in the live, like I call it, in the light? I mean, we all have the light, but in the television and being watched all the time. What would they do before? I kind of look at it. But I think we all have lessons that we go into things that we should know. And some things you don't even know what you're in. I feel like it's a lot of things. So let's get on in here because I'm going to go in and out because there's a lot of things anybody's in the position, I wouldn't want them in the hot seat. I wouldn't do it. Not me. If I have to, it was reasons why. I think we all have a time to rest and a time to be able to do things. We're in fall right now. And when falls, your head is kind of falls. Why? Because 9 out of 10, you have to do with your head. Your sign is what you put in, health, and that's going to be Virgo. So you eat a lot of things, so you have a reaction is from it. So now it's just seasons is basically, it's going to really tell you everything's going on with you and environment. And that's why the health of that sixth house is very necessary. It's like you do what you want to do, but it's always what comes later. I kind of think we have all the information, is common sense that's been given, but we always second guess it. And we go ask everybody, but your body's telling you everything of your computer all the time. And we go for, it's like second guess all the time. Well, I think sometimes we need to kind of stop second guess when your mind should already know. It should like do what your senses is telling you what is important. And if you don't, then somebody going to overtake that away from your wisdom and your intuition. And that is Pisces. Pisces is being given to absorb the old fish, its soul. It's like old and fish, it's like it's like, to me, it's like the sun has absorbed it. It's a beautiful thing, but we hold so much, then at a point in time it's going to explode when it's so pressured in it. It's like a teapot. And if your head is pressured and you have so much to say, and you have to expand in a way that you can leave that pressure. It's like a pressure pot. And if your head is pressured because you have pulled so much information, and you have to give it out some way. All right, let's get on here. Now, this is the first card. Now, this one here is the World. Now, the World here is the first card that was put out, okay? That's perception, what we do daily. But now let's look at the card. Now, it's dark. Okay, the Pluto is 8th house, and it has to do with them. It's hidden things, secrets and everything. But it's called subconscious, right? Underworld. So, the moon, and it is like, to me, is a cyclical moon, but this is beautiful. This is kind of like where I think in the area where you go different places, like Canada out there, I believe in Canada, where it's a certain place, it's like the Milky Way. You see all the colors. My understanding. Now, if I'm looking at here, I see water here. I see it's a castle here. But look here, it looks like a little, to me, a little dipper or something. Let me see. But it's the stars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's 10 stars with the World. 10 gonna give you career too. Also gonna give you the World of Fortune. You got pentacles in there. Also could be cups. Wands. Anything I'm missing here? Wands. And fire, wands, and earth. Okay, earth. So. And it has to do with the back card, gonna give you the sting. And that's the information of the 8th house. And that's the first one. But the first card gonna always be past. But it could be you previous. Something that you may need to go back in previous for a year or what that you know. Right? So the World, I'm gonna give you the card in here. Now, one thing I'm gonna see if I can get it. I don't have a card in here, so I'm gonna figure out which one is the World. That's a 9 card. Probably should have had it all in order. But like I said, these kind of new. But so I'm trying to find it. But while I'm in here talking about the World, today is the 18th of September. So that today, 18 has to do with the moon. And the moon is still with, like I said, it's Pisces now. But the information it is, but it's about the internal mystery. Then we're still in Pisces. It's a mystery, internal mystery. So it's going to give you right back to Pisces again. And the reason why, because it's internal of the secrets. So a lot of little things to me, it's going to get back to where it started. Rome and the church starts there. And be honest with, I always try to say, I always give thanks what I went through. This is my experience. I'm supposed to experience everything, not to be stuck or not me, because I've changed and I've traveled to the next in an experience that I'm not supposed to speak. When I first, and I wouldn't knew anything where it came from, that and education. I give thanks to that, but we changed though. New language, new everything is going to be changed. It's like you fighting with the planets and the constellation and astrology and everything else. I mean, everything is going to align right, no matter what. You know, if you had a bad day, the world is still going to keep moving. So we're dealing with, it says Mercury. Now that's the Virgo's ruling planet. Now we're in Mercury, gonna go right back. So it's 12, 6, and what? 3. Because 3 plus 3 is 6. Goes to 12. 6, you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna break down to 3. Thought and communication. That's why it's gonna be a lot of secrets, because it's internal. And it's just gonna explode, I'm telling you. It's like the planets has put everything in line. You got retrograde, you got planets lined up, you got nodes, squares, and different things for astrology and certain things for degrees, and it's a lot. It's like, wow. It's like never been. So now it's like where we think we know, we really don't know now. we really think we know it all, but we don't. We just say, well, it's gonna be what it is. But then you figure it out. That's how much power you got. Okay, the world right here, it says the shadow. Like I said, shadow realm. And the realm. So that's okay, that's a lot of things in it. And that means different realms. In the shadow realm, this is the moon. And that moon is really gonna speak. It's reflecting. It's going to tell you that, like I said a long time ago, there's a times where if you pay attention to the sun and the moon is still hanging in here for a while, been for years now, and you can see the moon about 12 o'clock. It's still hanging. So this is giving you the information. It's the external. It's always been for a couple years now. It's about shadow work. That means subconscious, that you do the work. Like you're your own detective, your own police. You're more what you think it is. And it's saying, like, to me, I said, well, it's like it's giving you more emphasis on where the power within you, also give you some unearthly your power. That's exactly. It's like you didn't even know you had the power, but you have it. I mean, I don't know which one. You got the power. I got the power. I think it was 1990, I believe. All right, 1981 to 89, something like Snap. Something, I forgot the name. Anyway, it says the eclipse scene. We just had the eclipse now. Giving you information. We just had Pisces is the eclipse right here. So in order. It's like in order. It's like the past is here, number 1. Past is going to be previous, also magician and creating you. You is the one. That's right here. You. So whatever in the past. So whatever past going to come back. And wherever it was. That means from a long time ago, it's going to bring it back. Because it has to. My understanding, I'm looking in the 1960s. And I'm like, 1960s been in here. Even though the Virgo, they give you that birth creativity. So whatever was going on in 1960s, strong and strong energy. Aries says the eclipse seen as a card leaves everything in obscurity. Darkness has taken over, blotting out the light. So that lets you know that we're in a time in fall. It's gonna be like, it's gonna shade in here for a while. It's twilight zone. Like that's why so many movies is eerie time. You know, it's like they knew it's time. So who's gonna be the scary movies right now? You know, directing for different producers or whoever. They on that type of the information out here. You know, so let's see anything else. Oh, okay, yeah. Blotting out of the light. So that means that, all right, so more darkness than light. But it's like the kind of remind me of Fright Night, if you remember that, the movie. Let's see. I'm giving you a weather witting. I guess they call it witting. I guess that's wittingly or unwittingly. The world card hurls your intention into your personal underworld. In many ways, this card embodies that it is a lifeblood of a deck. So it represents the impossibility and deep nature of the shadow and the unfaithful neighborly, giving you potent magic, and that lies with it. So that means you, the magic is to create, like exactly like birth, you know, and that is create, okay? Even before how it was made, it was create. So anybody can be that. But it's the title is that you're the magician of creator. You can do all things within, regardless of what anybody else say. Is you can make anything. Okay? So it says, okay, giving all the information here. But I'm just saying something. It's giving me the information that is intense and pressured. Before I said this, I was pressured. And even downright painful. So that's what I'm saying. You holding on all these secrets of your head about pressure. And there it is. And it says fear often creeps in when we are feeling our way. It's given like our way through the darkness. If that's the fear, sometimes it can be the opposite too. It can be other people is scared and fear. They're the ones that's fear. Then have the interfere, because that's when they come into fear. Because it's the time, this is what they normally do this right here. I'll just be honest with you now, just be real. Now I'm going to do both. But if you're bringing that in energy, then you bringing it to the opposite of the opponent. Because it seems like the wars of the cosmic slop has to do with the stars. And that means each one individual has the same power within yourself and the others. And it seems like it's the opponent. It's like a fight. It's a war within yourself, but also knowing that you don't need the fear. That really, you know, there I go into that. In a point of time, it's evil. Because then you're at dark times. Now you're in the dark times because evil is surrounds, because that it is. But if you allow it, or you won't pay attention to what is going on. And if it's eerie, then do some work and do some shadow work, because 9 out of 10 is something that it's already done already. So you just go and get the information, right? Because it's nothing new up on the sun. We've already done it, absorbed it. 19 is it. You know, when 1999 and Prince came in here and said it was 1999, there was ending going on out of that because 19 gone. Because it absorbed everything. Now we're in 20. 20 gives you yourself about all the family relation, revolutions, ain't nothing but revolutions. Then you go back to wars and what happened and how many times and what happened. It's like 20. So just imagine, if you break it down, you're going to get 10, 10 first thing gonna give you earth. 10 gonna give you career. 10 is gonna give you wealth at a point in time, and that's also about money. So 10 also is a full journey, even if it was a bad of a fool. It's still gonna be a good experience from somebody. It's gonna be positive or negative. Okay. So it is give you some trenches. Deep in the trenches. Trenches gets to, that's why I call it cosmic slop. Trenches gonna give you the swamp. And in the swamp now, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I come from swamp. I'm like swamp pot. Like the swamp pot, hey, that's gumbo. That's all I know. That's where I came from in gumbo. That's the number one thing that I know was a stunner. I don't know nobody else, but at a point in time, that's what I did. And that was for my family. They tell you about who I am. I'm kind of like a gumbo is all over the place. It's like you got everything in one pot. That's the same thing who I am. That means who I am and how much experience of my culture I have. Traditions, religions, I mean, it's so much. It's all over. And with that room, with a slop, cosmic slop, which is going to be trenches and swamp. So it's a lot. So swamp is like the sea. And I am that. And so is a fish. And a fisherman is Pisces. So there it is. And also give your wisdom, intuition. And sometimes I have been through experience where different experience of culture. And at a point in time, I wasn't eating anything. I wasn't eating, at a point in time, I took away from a lot of things from the sea. But a lot of, as I did my experience, I learned some other things too. And I learned things where it was the reason why it was not and why it is okay. And that is somebody, but it's your ancestors. But sometimes I kind of look at it, we do too much a lot. It's like a balance. And if you would like, that's your business. But at a point in time, I was, but I never, ever came in like that to experience. It kind of reminded me of Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi went through the whole thing. Different of cultures. And then you're able to get the experience. And he said he went back, and one thing he said he still smoked his weed. The late Sebi. I just, sometimes you kind of like, he experienced it. Some people don't even be able to experience because other people is stalling about the fear. I kind of, like I said, I put the information, and it was about on my other content. I feel like adults sometimes, they know a lot of information secrets, but sometimes they become childlike. And that means some of the adults is trying to keep you in that predicament. It's like, your parents are trying to keep you in that position. And it's like they kind of scared and they fear what the experience that you might have to go through. And they kind of know that that's going to cause issues, right? Or whatever. But if you keep stopping experience, then nothing won't come through that. I mean, it's like you have to go through the process. And I believe like adults sometimes with power and that means privilege, sometimes they want everything in the same position all the time. But I mean, regardless, they seem like the planets is ruling right now, and to me, that is over the head, and I mean, like, it's like they don't have the control like they used to, and they become as adults. They're adults, but they become like child-like, and then they acting like the kids do, or teenagers do, or young adults, and they become as like why, and then you say something, be like, well, can I say you acting like you're young adult? You're grown. You're older. Elders is what I'm getting this. This is where I'm coming from that, because I kind of think I'm a elder, so I'm gonna say about myself, and I kind of feel like in the energy, I believe that they need sometimes to stop trying to be so controlled all the time, and allow the new things is coming. Ain't nothing we can do. Um, Fear often creeps in, like I said, and when we are feeling our way through the darkness, because we can feel the darkness. The feeling part is the emotional, and like Pisces is going to tell you that. Pisces is going to do that. Okay. So it says unable make out the shapes and ghost and lark and new like I said, new baby. I almost call it new baby. Anyway, so I kind of think it's exactly about the landscape, power and creation, and it's about the balance of riches away. So the information exactly. So that's number world. Now number two is the spider. Spider is the present. So this is present. That's what's going on right now, and it's giving you spider. Okay. That means that you is at the present right now. And present is abundance too, even though it's giving you three. Two is high priest energy. So this is the high priest. So this is a man or a female. Now, if that is a feminine, that's a black widow. Now, if there's a man, then he's a still black widow. I didn't know there was a black widow for a man, but it is. Like I said, I thought it was a widow, but also give you some, it's winter time widows. I mean, a lot of single women is widowed, and family is widowed. Okay, that means friends is widowed, community is widowed, and what's around. It means people has death. And there's some type of high priest and secrets in that, because we're going to tell you something with that. And it tells you that a lot of people die. And that's going to give you that pandemic time, you know. It's just like depression time. Pisces going to go in that hell. And depressions and the secrets in the depression. In past of people have died. Okay. Family, friends, and everything right there. So when you're dealing with that, I pay attention. People are making money with that. Victimized and depression right now. It's the biggest thing going on here. How to victimize and make money, we're influencing right now. If you paying attention to everybody is outside talking about what's really going on. It's the election. They're talking about the election. They're talking about the leaders that's falling. I mean, it's the biggest thing going on, and people are falling from the careers where they were and now. And this is the biggest thing. And it's so easy to be influenced now on YouTube, Google, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. We're at a time that everything is like the news. We don't really I don't know what's going on with the news, but the first thing, I stopped using a lot of news for a while. And I just now really just start kind of, I really still don't, but YouTube is really like the really news now. So it's like the number one thing. And you're able to give out your information, your voice, right? So this right here, Spider also gonna give you internet, and internet also gonna give you a little bit of, like I said, Mercury, thoughts and communication. And I believe, like I said, that means you're the head. So this is a high priest, and high priest is a man or a woman, and has that information. You have the intellect, and that is your computer. It's like you've got your own Google. So the information, you're so quick with it and be able to get the information real quick. There it is. So that's the spider. So let me see what it say about the spider. Okay. It gives you the meaning of your own destiny. It gives you creative and freedom, and also give you inner genius. So you're the one that's creative. You're the freedom. And number two gonna give you that value too. So number two is value. And that will give you Taurus. Taurus will give you the information. Also, the first one, I wanted to say that the world has to do with Aries too. Aries is number one, is past, but you know, I'm talking about the past from wherever this particular is gonna bring into that, because that Aries gonna give you romance, Rome, the Catholic, the church. There it is. So that means you got Caesar, and that's the number one. He's the biggest gangster ever. Ain't nothing in this world can be bigger than that. He's the big man. I give you that, but that's true. Now number three is the puppet. It's the puppet master. There it is. And that is over the world. And puppet master. Now, puppet to me, my understanding, puppet master is a person can outdo anything. I mean, a puppet is a magician. A creator. It's just, how I say this. He's a puppet. He know how to play on the game. Even a woman too. But if it was over the head, now this is the future. This is the puppet master. This is like, if it's over the head, that means all over. Who is the puppet master? It's like, who is the master? You got that Kai and that chi energy. Who is the puppet master? So I'm putting that right there. To me, it's a woman here. And like I said, it is dragon. She making hands, so the hand making and she making the dragon. This is dragon. There's 3 heads on here. So 3 heads on a head. So there it is. That's a feminine here. It has a light. It's a candlelight. It's time over the head. So I'm telling you right now, they give you intuition. It's in light. That's like it's in the dark. You still can see. So there you go. Puppet master. Like I say, also gives you this is just a person that is a player to me. Know how to play games and everything. So you know, I ain't gonna say too much, but I said when I was like, oh, this is a player. It's like how to play the game. And somebody know play a game, boy. When you figure out a person that found out that game, you're going to leave that alone. Back, give me 50 feet. I said, ooh. That's what excuse me. I like to have fun too, you know. Puppet master, it has meaning, has a projection, right? Also give you distortion and the ego and the self-awareness, okay? Ego, that's what's surrounded right now. Projecting, holograph information, and I always say puppeteer. It has to do with another word I was calling earlier. It's this is projecting. We have a lot of things. A long time ago, I was in school, is projecting, and it was a projector, and it was a light, and I always had something making more bigger than what it is, and I believe that it is. I think we got imagery and different things that has been changed. And I believe you two have gave so much information. It's like you can find anything. Google gonna give you that. You don't have to worry about like you're gonna find something. You know, I know the school is different now from where I was. You know, my kids, my 3, they already graduated, and I have 1 more left. So I'm just saying that so much has been changed. And it's like they don't do books and all that anymore. It's a computer, this, that. You know, a lot of things have changed. They don't use that type anymore. So let's go on to the next. It's like self-awareness. It's your time. You are the detective. You are the police. You are the health. You are the doctor. You are the scientist. You are all of it. It's like you got so much in one head. You can do anything now. It's like you got the gift. So And the ego is pride. Oh, you know, especially with that pleasure. Let's get on the lion. The lion and the lioness, that's the pleasure. Pleasure that's going to go straight in there so that, you know, they got what to do, what? Community. Big head now. Everybody in influence, they got their own platforms and video and content. Everybody out here doing the same thing. And that's going to give you all that competition. It's so, let me tell you, it's so much competition. Is really, for me, I mean, I did this just to give out information that I knew. And I know so many people out here were doing the same thing, but everybody have their own gift. But I never thought that it was going to be like this. I didn't know about some little things that were a little rank, a little targeted individual, you know, and I didn't understand that. I'm like, why? It's like a lot of little stuff. So what it is experience. But my experience is trying to bring out, you know, sometimes you put pressure, and then you put a person in that corner, and they're going to come out that corner, and they're going to run out of there, you know. And I'm not saying that there was, for me, good things. I don't like it, period. But I didn't understand what it was until YouTube. I looked and said someone has had the same issues that I had. But if you don't give the experience, the badness and the goodness, how are you going to get to understand it? I'm learning that. It's not really good to me. I don't like it. But it's like I didn't understand what was the purpose of victimize and making money with it, you know? And I couldn't understand why is it so much victimized and more gangsters, and why is it so many, you know, there's a lot of things going on right now. I got trafficking information that I've noticed in what we're going through right now. I mean, it's like the protection is necessary, but is we got so many people that nobody can protect, or is it to the point is that we have forgot about so much pride that we don't even know how to protect ourselves, and we can't protect our own? And then I have questions. So then I said, then it kind of bring you back to the West time, where in the Ariana, I'm from Texas, everybody have a gun. And that ain't gonna change, regardless of what they do. They been tried. They ain't gonna. It's not, because it's gonna come back to it. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's coming back. I mean, the Wild Wild West is here, and that is about the world. So the protection is here, and that's gonna give you all the information, because you're gonna be your own everything now, because it's coming. So, you know, that's what they say with Texas. Don't mess with Texas, because they always have guns. They always have guns. Not just because the pride I'm giving it. It's just because it's on the details tell you that. Now, so Spider, like I said, it has a whole lot of information. It gives you self-awareness. It gives you the limelight and acting in from the womb, because it's like you done went through the wounds from the old Pisces. Old Pisces is old, but it's been wounded though. Just how many it's like the wounds of, if you're the church, which I say all of it would be Christ, Jesus, Yeshua, Joshua. He has so many names. The Messiah. The wound, he's the wound, and that is on a cross. That it means crossed on something, either tree or whatever y'all call. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So the information I'm giving you is love. He came for love, only unconditional love. And love is the individual that you are. You are the individual. You are the fish. You're the Pisces, surrounds the whole of the earth. You're important. And that is the value, that you would know that. Let's see anything in here. Yeah, it has to victim. There it is. Shadow and projecting the wall. Sometimes, let me slow down because I want to go back. This says it's about the head of the puppet master. It seems from one of heads of the, they give you the Cerberus. It's the dog shadow projecting the wall. Sometimes we are the victim of the people's projecting. It's true, but sometimes over time we are the projector. It's giving you a period of reading, and that your time for you to figure it out, and which is right now. Keep in the mind both are can be true once. So it's giving you about, you got it. It's the awareness. It's just going to give you the information. So that's going to give you the future. This is future over the present, past. Future over the past, previous. So let's give you that pride information. One moment. Okay, so the information that I'm giving. Okay, so yes, it is the puppet master. It's over the future, over the past. So that is the puppet master of the world, right? So that's surrounded. So it's a lot of pride here. We got a little ego, because when we think we know everything, and we really don't know it all right now, because we do, but it's like how you pride the ego. It's like a strong energy that is surround of the puppet master. And I kind of think you get all the gifts, you got all the things, you're the dragon. And dragon has to do with a whole lot. So if that's 3 in 1, just imagine that's what you have. Sometimes you have to trip your own self. So it's strong. Okay. All right, number 4, it is the lion. Now we're back in lion in. 4 is going to give you a door. Number 4 is going to give you emperor energy. 4 is going to give you home energy. And that means that anybody emperor now, if you want to put the feminine in here, you could be your own emperor. You may not have a man. You know what I'm saying? You could be widow. You know what I'm saying? You could be single. However, it could be you. And you see the crow is being in here just as loud can be. So just imagine. So if that's about a crow, crow has a lot to do with a lot of information. And it is dark times. Also give you underworld energy. They give you a lot of information. Also fowl is give you out the information too when you have a crow. So my understanding, crow is trying to tell me right now be quiet, but my understanding, I'm doing my work. But if you're dealing with that type of crow energy, could be surrounding you. Either they trying to stop you, or they interfering what you got to say, or they when I say interfere is the person that is fear about you. I think the first thing I said about adults, and when adults, either they don't want to see you shining out here, or is it that they know that your light may cause issues in others. That's one of the two. So the information is also understanding that your information also is it's like the crisis that you're giving, and some people don't like to see that you have that gift. They like I said, we're in that victim mode. They take value with victim, and then also put you in a health predicament, like you're something wrong, unstable, like they did Christ. I just giving out the information because when it's new, like I said, how I started, you can go back and understand what I say. I don't like to repeat over and over again because, hey, we can understand. Sometimes we don't want to know. And I believe in the Pisces secrets. They don't want to, but it's just, I'm like saying, it's a lot of things pressured on other people right now. And it's like they're as confident and open they need to say, so they can keep some sleep, and they can get some rest. Also, lion is the king, and that's going to give you Leo. That's going to give you that fire. So we're dealing with the world. That's number 1. Fire on that one. And also Leo. So my understanding, there we go again. So if we're doing Aries and lion, all right. So that's right here. So lion is always the king of the jungle. And then the lioness is the one is the hunt. And that's the feminine. I'm trying to give both of them at the same time because, we're in a time where everybody is doing certain things and You be hurting your somebody feeling. You can say one thing and everybody there it is gets sensitive. So lion is it says right here, divine masculine pride in the father. So lion, I always give that it's the dad, it's the father. Then if that's in the fourth house, it's about the home. I'm gonna go on in there. So a lot of people don't have no daddy in the home now. Then the woman is the one that's in the predicament. If the absent is gone, then you have to put a woman in that position, right? So then I said the first thing is a lot of absentee of widows with this spider right here. Because this is the internet, and internet is the technology right here. Okay, so if it's and also if it's negative, then you got a black widow in your home, or I almost say widow 3. No, that's the present. So that means if it's in a home, then it may be. If it's not, I don't know. You better go look if you got some spiders in your house. I don't know, but I'm saying if it is, it's either gonna be a man or a woman. But this here give you a spider. Also gonna give you internet. And then what it look like, a tower. So I'm giving you the information here. So then another thing, I look at it. It kind of look like a mountain. To me, it's like a little mountain. It look like a mountain to me. And that's on present. Okay. But to me, it kind of like, it look like a tower. You know, it's up to you. But to me, you know what it is? It kind of look like a little turkey. Like turkey. That means Thanksgiving is coming, harvest in here. I'm going to say that. Kind of like a little turkey or something. But also, what else I can see in here is, yeah, turkey. Oh, spider means technology, but see, also kind of look like the tower. It looked like a tower. So that's the present. That's the internet right now. The internet is the web, and the web we weave. And this spider is blasting on Google right now. This is, to me, is the present is going to go to, even though it is present, then that's part of the secrets that's in the tower right now. Because a tower is the devil. You know, the devil is about careers and how so many people right here is falling right now. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the big one is in the middle. So it's a lot. Also, it gives you the king of the kingdom. Lion is the energy of the divine masculine. So you're dealing with the masculine, and that's in the fourth house. That's what you're dealing with. So if you got a divine feminine, that's what you're dealing with. And to me, it's with the fourth house, and the fourth house is gonna be home. So that means a partnership, or whoever your community and family, whoever you are connected with, that's someone. But also giving you the figure of the bear. Bear gonna give you California. California gonna give you the bear. You're dealing with a bear, and that's California. Okay, that's the state. Okay, to give you a maternal. It's giving maternal relationship. Also give you a good one, and also approach as an archetype. It's the father through the divine. It's the lens. So it's like the visionary, you know. And it also give you represent empower, and let's see, masculine and feminine through the lens spirituality. So that is part of, it's giving you the partner. If you have a partner with one, if you're not, then you're still able to do that. Because if you don't have it, then you're getting it from somebody. It could be your ancestors from somewhere that you're able to get that information downloaded to somebody. And if it came from somebody give you the gifts been given, that you can see the visionary. And the visionary is going to give you that mothering information, okay? Mothering is the function of it. So, you know, when the functions I always say about that house is always, if a woman ain't stable, or then somebody has to take the position as that. And if she's not able to stand and be stable in their own home, then someone else has to take the other position. Now that's how the roll. And sometimes you're not, say if a person not able be able to work, and you're not able to bring the income, then somebody else will have to do that. And that's the information that I'm giving right now. Also give you spirituality. Then if that's the fourth that is on here, then that goes, that's going to go to the spiritual being, the stage, that's Sagittarius. So that'll be in body. Aries, that give you the line. This was going to give you the sun, and then the other one is Sagittarius spiritually. So that'd be Sagittarius. So that means it is the Phoenix arising. So anything else in here? Oh, speaking in gender and giving you the information that is nature and exists. It also gives you two halves making a whole. Give you, like I said, it makes a whole. You need that in that energy regardless, to bring the home in stable. And give you masculine energy, often thought. Give you an active principle. They give you the motives of feminine and passive, and respecting, observing. And that's about the lion, the relationship and masculine of the energy. All right, so the next one is eagle. Eagle is going to be number 5. The eagle is number 5. 5 house is going to be back to the Leo. Right here, 5th house. So this dealing with the Leo is over the head of the eagle. Normally it was like this. Eagle over the lion. But now it's the lion over the eagle. Okay? Now, so the switch has been rolled here. Lion is over the first and the eagle's up under the ground. So that's got a lot going on with that. Now, eagle also give you the phoenix too. And it's still, as phoenix is still kind of representative of that. But it's still the 12th house. I mean, the 9th house, excuse me. The 9th house going to give you spirituality. So that, and also it comes from the death into transformation to, it's like death was in 8, 9 is spirituality. Also, it gives you transformation from 9. So that has to be, this is transformed. So things have changed. But it's a death changed, transformed. This one here, number 5. 5th house is going to give you that. Pleasure. Pleasure house. That's the lion. So you're dealing with these two. These go together because that's the 5th house. So eagle is, you know, depends on what areas you can find the eagle. You know, an eagle is the number 1 eagle. It's the bald eagle, matter of fact. I'm only gonna give you what I know a little and go on, and everybody have on their own way. You know, you can know more than others. There's nothing wrong with it. It's enough room in the stars. They don't need to bow. I think we're kind of like, we didn't want to look crazy about this truth. I'm not even going against it. I just think that it's enough room. Use your own antenna. You know, when you use victimize and make money with it, it just ain't cool. Okay, here we go. 81. There it is, 81. 81 still gonna give you back in that death, like I said, transformation. So that means this has transformed, and that's a good thing too. Spiritual messenger, and it's a protection. It's the bigger picture. See, it's the bigger picture. Okay, so it is to give exclusive ego in a real life. That is a word in it's like feeding. Oh, excuse me, fleeting. It means transform, travel. Give you lucky too, and give you the befold and give you majestic energy. As a creature, know of its unique wonders, just like the hawk and the eagle. And is the revered is a divine creature, one that is rich in deeply spiritual symbolism. So nothing is higher in the sky of the eagle because of the unique of the vantage point. The eagle can see from way distance, and I mean way distant. I see one time, I give you a little rant. I was outside in the backyard, and this big eagle, bald eagle, and it was so big. I didn't know what it was, but I knew the crows was traveling. And okay, all of a sudden, this bald eagle came and just went and snapped it. And I said, "Wow." And I just said, I ain't never seen nothing like that unless it's on TV. But I seen it in person, like watched it. And I said, wow, I ain't never seen nothing like that. But moving on. Um, it's important. It gives you a perspective one is achieved. It is a certain level of enlightenment and understanding. That's mean the visionary enlightenment. It is a balance and understanding. You know, we have the understanding is like you can't force it neither. A person has to figure it out themselves and let them. Because if you pressure more, it's like either too much. Some people can't take. It's a lot of people. It says we got this right here, this heart, the strong heart. Some people don't have that heart. And like I said, we went through so much of the process of leaving of people. You know, when I said earlier, because a lot of people has passed, a lot of widows, and you put more pressure, they already broke down. Either you're constantly trying to do it, or you have to use what's really what you have here. But the heart is necessary. But if you, it's to me, it's the strength is over the ego. So they give you the heart. Also give you the information that the kings is over the ego. That's your business, not mine. Like I say, this is just education. That's only education. So it brings along a more important message in other cards and give you contents in the message. It's like the message. If you pull the ego by itself, this is a sign that you are the spiritual messenger and you're being encouraged to share the wisdom and skills and knowledge and you possess. Perhaps it's the leadership role that you're being asked to step into for community and that could serve. It gives you right back into Aquarius, time Aquarius as a community, and that gives you that. This is give you the spiritual community, and also come back as the lion strong heart and give you that and pleasure. You love what you're doing. That means collective masculine or feminine. You are ready. I mean, it's ready. You're ready. I mean, it's that. Because that, like, you know, it's over this right here. So it's telling you you're ready. You're ready to be able to do it. So you got the heart, the strength. You're able to do it. You're spiritually, and you got the community. You're ready. So whatever you decide you like. My understanding, I like what I'm doing. And now this is another gift that I experienced that I have. My understanding community is the community. But my understanding community is all places though. You know, either you may want to teach, you could be as far as internship, which is how to understand about health. Seeing like health is in here. So you may be something that you would like to do, and how to be able to give the spiritual for community. My understanding, I will always like to do things to do with health. Like you maybe want to do some Reiki healing, massage, stuff like that. I like something like that, and I would love to be able to have communication about health and with hands, and how to be a massage therapist and how to do that. You know, let's see. Community. It still has to do with teaching and enlightenment, though. Teaching and light, but also you have hands. Everything in Pluto has to do with feeling, and has to do with the hands. So these is about your hands and how you deal with the community, and how, you know, it gives you, like here it says right here, it gives you spirituality. We are both the student and the teacher. Where do you embody both roles? There it is. All right, so the information, we dealing with the pleasure and everything. We in 108, and the crow just, and I mean this crow, if you can pay attention, it sounds like a rooster. Like, you know, like it says a time of roost, and how can a crow sound like a rooster? Maybe they have something to do. Maybe I need to go see what the rooster got to do. This here also is about the internal of the mystery that we figuring out just by just reading the article of Pluto and the Pisces and the eclipse is giving the information right now. And it's still about line. Line is still in here. In the eagle, the phoenix rising, spirituality, and a strong heart. You went through something. You went through preserve and went through the process, and you made it. You know, sometimes you need to tell you did it. Put your hand in the, what you put on the back of your head, back in your hand on the back, and hit yourself. You did it. Okay, all right. I got Pisces in here. This here is a game, and I didn't put it on the last video, so let me just a couple in here. Go quick, cause it's already been an hour. But anytime I do this stuff, it's like a lot, but you only can watch it. I'm supposed to do 45. Okay, here's another one is, I believe in the signs from the universe. Okay. It's okay. Now this is upside down. So I get stressed making plans too far advanced. So I'm gonna go like that. So they're kind of like, either you're not making plans for the advance. So there it is, upside down on that one. So they got to do with that spider. It may have some technology, right? It could be anything, but also has something to do with, remember I said a lot of things I said earlier. Okay. I trust my intuition, so I'll put that right there. Then it seems like you're doing that puppet message, and you got it going on with that, okay? So the next one is, I have a stranger stop and ask me, oh, are you okay? So it has to do with a line. So you may talk to a king, and maybe somebody asks you, are you okay? So there it is. You're gonna, or either you already, or you will meet with somebody and ask you, are you okay? All right, that's got to do with that fourth house. So that line and dealing with that 5. So you deal with 4 and 5. So you may talk to a priest or somebody. And always asking, are you okay? Man, that's really strong in here. Ooh, it's real life. Ooh. I've been told my eyes are my best future. You're dealing with the 5th pleasure one. You're dealing with the king. And so you're dealing with that. The eagle is 5. Eagle will do with spirituality, but it's saying that whoever you're dealing with, it's been told that my eyes are my best future. Somebody say that, and that has to do with that 9th house. That's a Sagittarius. And this one here, and you're dealing with Sagittarius. You're dealing with a Sagittarius and a Leo as a line. So Leo Sagittarius, and this is hot. So I had 3: Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You're dealing with that. That's a Pisces. You got Pisces in there too. So that's what you're dealing with. So here it is now. So really, I guess this will be some more of an enlightenment of internal mystery, and I believe that it's still a lot in here. It's got four in here. You got a lot of house intuition mean a lot of home right now. 4 gonna give you eight gonna give you back into a lot of death and subconscious things. But your intuition, you have the value. It's about value too. You have 12 and that information comes all the way down to 2. Even 20 is the judgment, and that is the year, and it's about the value. Value is important. I mean, everything that we've done has made a lot of change coming on. A lot of things is gonna fall because things is it's a time for stuff, and it's a lot. And try to find a way with all the pressure. It's hard when you have so much intellect and so much devices now. You got surveillance, you got people victimizing, making wealth over victimizing. Got a lot of trafficking. Got gangsters coming in here, taking people's over people's apartments, and a lot of things is going on in here. You got to take care of yourself. I would say anybody is a person, you get your information, find Google. If you don't know where it is, get your information, because there's a lot of change here. People, new people, and trying to learn and get along with people is hard. It's not easy. People just want overtake control of the conversation, and it's hard to do that when everybody is about the money. But it don't mean nothing with not unconditional love, and everything has patience and has to work till it work. And there it is. It's just time. It's a lot of things. But anyway, y'all, everything is good, and dealing with the internal mystery of Pisces. This is like connected to it, so this will be the title of the video content. It's really cosmic. It is the cosmic slop, and like I said, it's a lot of information. I think I know, really, and how everybody can figure out on what because you're gonna figure it out certain things too. That's good. That's your purpose. But you can get on in there too, because it's dark now, because you're able to say it. All right, y'all have a wonderful day.